Hello everyone. Today, we're going to dive deep into one of the most mysterious and fascinating existences in Battle Through the Heavens, Huo Ying, also known by many fans as the Fire Lotus. A being that appears small and harmless at first glance, yet hides a world-shaking secret within, tightly intertwined with the growth of Xiao Yan. In fact, it can even be seen as a fated piece that helps him ascend to the peak of power. At a glance, Huo Ying looks like a tiny, almost harmless life form, a childlike figure formed from pink flames, with an innocent expression and a hint of playful mischief. But this is exactly the visual trap deliberately created by the author. The more innocent it appears, the more dangerous its true nature becomes. Huo Ying is neither human nor magical beast, but a fire spirit, a life form born when a heavenly flame evolves to the point of gaining true intelligence. This is an extremely important concept. In the world of Battle Through the Heavens, heavenly flames already stand far above ordinary fire. Each one carries the power of heaven and earth, capable of burning space itself and even distorting natural laws. However, most heavenly flames remain at the level of energy with instinctive will. Only at an extremely high level can they truly awaken and develop consciousness. Huo Ying is the perfect example of that level, not just fire, but a living being made of fire. And this leads to a terrifying implication. Huo Ying doesn't just fight on instinct. It can think, adapt, and even learn. This is something every powerful cultivator must fear. A flame that can think is infinitely more dangerous than one that simply burns. Now let's talk about its connection with Xiao Yan. This is where things truly reach their peak. If it were just about refining a heavenly flame, Xiao Yan has done that many times before. But with Huo Ying, the relationship goes beyond refinement, it becomes evolution through symbiosis. They are not master and servant, but rather two entities gradually merging into one system. Xiao Yan possesses multiple heavenly flames within his body, something almost no one else can achieve. But the more flames he has, the greater the risk of backlash. Fusing heavenly flames is like placing multiple bombs inside a single body, one imbalance, and everything explodes. And this is exactly where Huo Ying reveals its true value. Huo Ying functions as a living stabilizing core. It not only balances the different heavenly flames within Xiao Yan, but also enhances their compatibility. Because of this, Xiao Yan can fuse flames more stably, more powerfully, and most importantly, more safely. That's why after obtaining Huo Ying, his strength doesn't just increase linearly, it grows exponentially. A perfect example is the Buddha's Fury Flame Lotus techniques. In the past, every use was a gamble with his life. But with Huo Ying, the stability increases dramatically, allowing Xiao Yan to create higher-level, purer flame lotuses with far greater destructive power. To put it simply, Huo Ying is the soul behind Xiao Yan's most devastating attacks. But it doesn't stop there. Huo Ying also possesses a very special ability, suppressing other heavenly flames. This can be seen as a kind of bloodline pressure within the world of fire. Lower-level flames become weakened or even lose control when facing it. This gives Xiao Yan a massive advantage in battle, especially against opponents who also wield heavenly flames. Imagine a fight where both sides possess powerful flames. Normally, it would be an even match. But once Huo Ying appears, the balance instantly shifts in Xiao Yan's favor. The opponent's flames become unstable, while Xiao Yan grows stronger. The outcome is practically decided before the battle even ends. On a deeper level, Huo Ying is not just a source of power, it represents the pinnacle of heavenly flame evolution. It shows that heavenly flames are not the endpoint, but merely the beginning of a greater evolutionary path. When they reach their limits, they can become lifeforms, and once they are alive, their potential becomes limitless. However, as mentioned earlier, the greater the power, the greater the risk. Huo Ying is not a mindless tool. It has its own will. If the balance between it and Xiao Yan is ever broken, the consequences would be unimaginable. An out-of-control fire spirit could burn everything to ashes, including its own host. This is what makes their relationship so compelling. It's not about absolute control, but mutual trust. Xiao Yan cannot force Huo Ying, and in return, Huo Ying chooses to stay with him. This kind of bond is extremely rare in the cultivation world, where most people rely solely on power. From a storytelling perspective, Huo Ying also serves as a gateway to deeper layers of the world. Its existence raises important questions. If heavenly flames can become living beings, how many other similar entities are hidden out there? Are there higher laws of existence that humans have yet to reach? These questions elevate battle through the heavens beyond a simple cultivation story, turning it into a journey that explores the limits of power and life itself. To sum it all up, Huo Ying is not just a power buff for Xiao Yan. It is an independent life form, a stabilizing core for heavenly flames, a high-level destructive weapon, a symbol of the evolution of heaven and earth flames, and most importantly, a true companion. Without Huo Ying, Xiao Yan's path would have been far more difficult, perhaps even preventing him from reaching the heights we see. But at the same time, its existence makes that journey more dangerous, more complex, and far more compelling. And here's the final question for you. Is Huo Ying just an overpowered support, or is it actually the key that allows Xiao Yan to surpass his own limits? If you enjoy deep dive analyses like this, make sure to follow for more breakdowns of the most fascinating mysteries in battle through the heavens.